And I was shouting for Biddy, next door neighbour. Biddy! Biddy, where the fuck are you? Biddy! And I'm in this hole, I couldn't get out, and I looked up. And there was a chink of light shining through. And this big donkey coming towards me. And as it got near me, it stood up on its back legs and changed into a dog and a big white beard. Says, get away from me, you dog face. And it snapped at me. And as it got near me, it had one eyeball in the middle of its head. Says, get away from me, you one-eyed dog. Snapping at me, snapping. Get away, you one-eyed dog. Kept snapping and bit me on my head. Get off me, get off me. Get off me. What the fuck happened then? It's all right having a laugh, people think I'm a fucking idiot. I went to doctors. I said, doctor, I keep thinking I'm a dog. He said, how long's this been going on? I said, since I've got a puppy. He says, get on the couch, you fucking idiot, I'll examine you. I said, I'm not allowed on the couch. The fella sat next to me, I said, what are you in for, pal? I called him pal, because he got head like a lump of dog meat. Said, everything they eat comes up. I said, here, swallow this lottery ticket. And I walked in like that. Doctor says, what's up with you? He said, I don't know how to tell you this. He said, I've got a cricket ball stuck in my backside. Doctor says, how's that? I said, don't you start. Rushed him off to hospital. Nurse tucked him up in bed. He said, do you want a bedpan? I said, what for? You have to do your own cooking. Doctor came and said, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to circumcise you. He said, it's no skin off my nose. So I next bed screaming his head off. Nurse! Nurse! I can't feel my legs! I can't feel my legs! I said, no wonder we've just chopped your arms off! A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. So please remember this. Mad cow disease does not affect pigeons. And Japanese knotweed is a very substitute for asparagus. My daddy was a clever man. He told me the elephant that craps on Weybridge does business on large scale. While the moths fly with their legs apart, you see the size of a mothball. Well, save the world and save the trees. Wipe your ass on a beaver. And if music be the food of love, then play on. Give me excess of it. That surfacing may sicken and so die. Now Shakespeare wrote that. And if it's good enough for Shakespeare, it's good enough for me. Now Shakespeare was a slaphead. That means he couldn't sit outside on a sunny day and write his plays. Otherwise Omelette would have been Hamlet. And two of the greatest people that ever lived, Shakespeare and Confucius, we know fuck all about them. How do we know they were great? Who was that dark lady that Shakespeare sang with? Well, his mother. Well, his sister. Like, what's good for goose is good for gander. And I can dig holes as good as the next man. And they've even dug holes into the motorway to let out their frogs and hedgehogs. And they're not stupid. And bread and milk is not ideal fodder for hedgehogs. However, we do need the money to pay for the construction of ramps which help them to escape from cattle grids. So please give generously. And if you were a goat on the Galapagos Islands in the Indian Ocean, you won't feel so lucky because of posing a threat to the tortoise population and shipping them off to Chester Zoo. And look, if one iota won general election, look what an iota is, I'll tell you. It's the 9th letter of the Greek alphabet. When the Greek philosophers came knocking on my door, I tried to piss off. The Prime Minister rang me up and asked me how economic sanctions can be justified with the minimum of fuss. I said, E-O-E-O-E-O. Jack and Jill took the hill for something to eat to get. Jack sat on a razor blade, Gillette. Now, when you go away from here tonight and say to yourself, what the fuck was that about? And so will I. A man went into a pub and he said to this other man, he said, I'll bet you £5 I can bite my eye. He says, go on then. So he took his glass eye out, bit it, put it back. He said, I'll bet you £5 I can bite my other eye. Fella thinks, if he can't be blind, he says, go on then. So he took his teeth out, like that. Where am I going now? No, my cat Tiddles. He was a strange one, he was. He got knocked over by an ambulance and he was outside a gutter. It always makes me laugh. His leg were going like that. Shit sort of thing come out of his mouth. And he called me over, he said, Charlie. I couldn't believe it, a talking cat. What's the matter, Puss? He said, in life, there's two things to worry about. That's whether you're in good health or whether you're in bad health. If you're in good health, you've nothing to worry about. But if you're in bad health, you've two things to worry about. That's whether it's serious or whether it's not. If it's not, you've nothing to worry about. But if it's serious, Charlie, you've two things to worry about. I said, what's that, Puss? He said, that's whether you're going to live or whether you're going to die. If you're going to live, you've nothing to worry about. If you're going to die, there's still two things to worry about. That's whether you're going to go to heaven or whether you're going to go to hell. If you go to heaven, you've nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you'll be happy just shaking hands with your tail, you won't have time to worry. So what are you worrying about? He said, I'm not worrying. And he died. Hey, but as he died, his spirit left his body, like a paranormal experience, sometimes called a vertical hallucination that can take place shortly after the death of a loved one. And I went, fucking hell! And it went out the window. And he used to keep rabbits. I remember skinning a rabbit once from a book. I picked this rabbit, it wasn't a rabbit, it was a bunny. A little baby one. I picked it up like that and it says, hit it at the back of the neck. I hit it back and it dropped on flank. Oh, what have I done? And sweat were coming out of me and my heart was going like that and this fucking little bunny I kept looking up at me and I thought I've not killed it. So I picked it up again, fucking hit it again and it went out the window with cat. I mean, there's pigs, there's cows, it goes on and on. This lady prawn, and she fell in love with her crab. They were knocking about together for about, okay, no, it'd be 2 years, could have been 3. And she said, Dad, she's always shouting. So I've fallen in love and I want to get married. He said, who is it, darling? She said, it's a wonderful crab. And he said, we're having no crabs in this house. Hey! He said, hey? He said, they were funny and sideways. No crabs in this house. She says, but I've invited him to dinner tonight. He said, look, you moron. He can come to dinner, but there's no wedding. So that night, about 8 o'clock, or at 9 o'clock, but I knock on the door. Could have been a ring. Opened the door, didn't want the crab straight to down like that, straight across the floor. She says, my darling, you've learnt to walk straight. I said, shut up, I'm pissed. Like alternative, the crab, I get mixed up with crabs and prawns. Now this crab, like a fucking idiot, it goes out in the back garden and jumped in the canal and started swimming out to sea, and prawn came after him. She says, come here, I want you. He says, get away from me. She started kicking him and kicking shit at me, knocked his collar off. Said, get away, get away! And he's swimming like Chuck. He lost the prawn. So basically that's the end of prawn. So this crab's going round and round, really well. And 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and it saw this light in the distance, and he thought, what's that? And as he got near, he could see it was a lighthouse. And he got out anyway, and a man sat on a ditch outside of this lighthouse. So this crab, being inquisitive, he went up to him and said, who are you? So the man says, I work here, I work at a lighthouse. So prawn said, what's it like working at a lighthouse? I said, it's all right. He said, we're coming on a Monday morning. Hey! Sweep round back. Sweep round from 12 o'clock. We get darts out. So we played darts all afternoon. I said, don't play darts. He said, well, I like Tuesday. This Tuesday's great. He said, we're coming. Polish main banister. Polish main pin. 12 o'clock. We get cards out. We play cards all afternoon. He said, what, with one card? He said, well, you like Wednesday? He said, brilliant Wednesdays. We're coming.